Hi, this is Randy from Fried Eggs Golf, and welcome to another episode of Hard Boiled, a series based around product. So you guys write in what products you're curious about, whether it be shoes, bags, clubs, gloves, literally anything golf related, and I will give you my first impression of that product. So on last week's episode of Hard Boiled, if I'm being honest, the most requests I had was for the new TaylorMade TP5 and TP5X golf balls. I want to do that, but I don't feel like I would give you a fair assessment because I haven't been able to take it out on the course and play. I've hit it in the simulator, I've putted with it inside, but I don't feel like that's a fair review. So I'm going to wait till I can play a couple rounds with it, and then I will revisit it in a future episode. Now, today's episode is about a product I do have, and we carry in the shop. It is the Golf Pride Tour Sensor Grip. Now, you have 4 different models here. You have, then they're color-coded, so it makes it very easy. You have the blue and you have the red. The red is a contour grip, and then you can see from the profile there that it looks more like a pistol grip, where you have the butt end kind of extends out, where the blue, that is the straight version, where there's no taper to it. When you turn to the side there, it's straight all the way down. Now, both models come in 2 different sizes. You have the 104 and the 140. The 104, I would say it's closer to a standard size grip, maybe a little bit bigger, and then you have the 140. I wouldn't quite call it a jumbo, but it's definitely larger than most your mid-size grips. Now, one of the key things about these grips that I noticed right away when I grabbed them was this. They're extremely floppy. And I'm not saying that necessarily in a bad way, but they're very flimsy grip. There's really not any rigidity to them at all. And to feel them, they feel very squishy. That's the best adjective I can think of to describe the Tour Sensor Grip. And they both are made out of the same material, so they feel the same way. But they're floppy. Just to give you a comparison, I have an Odyssey and a Scotty Cameron grip. These are fairly popular stock grips that come on their clubs, but you can see when you hold this grip to the side, the Scotty Cameron the same, there's not a whole lot of sag to these. I mean, they're not rigid by any means, but they're pliable and you can bend them around, but they hold their shape. And I'll get to why I think that's important here in a second. But when you take a look at like the Tour Sensor grip here and you place that next to the Odyssey grip, you can see how much that flops and sags, and it doesn't hold its shape well. And the reason I think that this is a problem is because when you're installing this grip and you're putting it on your putter, it'll kind of do whatever it wants. So you kind of have this action going on when you put it on your putter grip. Once like the low end of the grip can be turned in, the high end can be turned out, and vice versa. And you really have to pay close attention when you're installing these grips to make sure that paddle side, the top side of the grip, stays as flat as possible. Because if you have any of this going on, obviously you can create some inconsistency and some poor feedback. So after the grip is installed properly, you have a nice flat surface on top there. When you putt with this grip, it is very soft. It's hard to describe. I used squishy before, but it's hard to describe how it feels. It kind of mushes under your fingers still, even when it's on the putter itself. But after you roll a couple with it, the feel is amazing. Even though it's a rubber grip, it's not like Win. Win has that kind of, very soft feeling material around it. This is rubber, but it's just it's squishy. In the last 5 or so years, you've really seen an influx in different styles, models, and manufacturers of putter grips, and this primarily can be contributed to the success of Superstroke, which back in like the mid-2000s when KJ Choi really put that grip on the map, a lot of people forget that. They think Superstroke, they think Jordan Spieth, but actually, KJ Choi was the one that I remember seeing use that putter grip first, and he kind of started that buzz, and it kind of grew from there. In conclusion, I think the Golf Pride Tour Sensor putter grip is a good putter grip. I think they're a bit costly. I think they're like $25 per grip, where you get something traditional like this. These are like $9. But if you want new materials, if you want new technology, the trend is you're gonna have to pay $25 for a putter grip. You see that with Superstroke, you see that with some of Win's new grips, but it just boils down to your comfort level, what size putter grip works, performs, and feels best to you. If you don't have an opportunity to, you don't want to spend $25 to put this on your putter just to cut it off later if you don't like it, A good way to test these out is if you go into like a pro shop that has a good selection of used equipment. A lot of times you can find newer putter grips on some of the used stuff in there. And even in our shop, we actually install some of these grips on some, inexpensive putters just so people can get a feel for them, weighted out on there. So if you can find a good retail store or pro shop or golf course, whatever it may be, and they do something cool like that, that's a great way to test out a putter grip before you actually have to purchase it. So thanks as always for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. If you have any products that you would like to see on Hard Boiled, put them in the comment section below. And please be specific. If you want me to try like a new golf bag out, tell me exactly the make and model of it, because if you just say golf bag, there's a lot of them out there. So if you tell me the specific model, I can load it full of clubs, carry it around for a while, test it out, and give you my opinion on it. So until next time, I will see you guys later.